What if I told you there was a way to make money on your already invested money automatically overnight? No hard work, no second job, just time and consistency. This is where compound interest comes into play. Compound interest is one of the biggest wealth building tools that people use to generate wealth and build wealth over time without doing anything crazy or spectacular. Compound interest is when you gain interest on money, not only that you have already invested, but also money that has already gained interest in your investment account. Think of compound interest as like a snowball effect. So as a snowball is running down a hill, rolling down a hill, it starts off very small and slowly and gradually gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But as it gets bigger, the size is growing faster and faster and faster. So as it goes further down the hill, now the snowball is gaining mass quicker. That's how compound interest works. As you invest more and more throughout the years, the interest that is gained on your investment account and your balance as the years go on, it increases tremendously. So instead of a straight linear line, there is a curve that happens and it shoots up eventually with enough time and consistency. So let's look at like a real life example. Say you're 20 years old, you're just starting investing, right? You decide you want to invest $1,000 a year into your investment account, to your long-term investment account. So that first year you invest $1,000 into your account. Your end balance isn't going to just be that $1,000 that you put in. It's also going to be the interest gained that you have earned on that account. So let's say you've earned 10% interest on that account that year. So we take the 10% and add it to the $1,000 that you have already gained. So you have gained $100 in interest on that account. So your end of balance for that year, your end of account balance for your investment account is going to be $1,100. The second year, you do the same exact thing. You invest $1,000 into this account throughout 12 months. And at the end of the year, not only do you have the $1,100 that you initially invested the year before, but you added another $1,000 on top of that. So before interest is calculated, you have $2,100 in the account. Now let's add another 10% interest on top of that as well. So 10% of $2,100 would be $210. So we add that to the balance you already have in the investment account of $2,100, leaving you an end of year balance in your investment account of $2,310. The next year, you do the same exact thing. You add another $1,000 total throughout the 12 months into your investment account, and you add that to the already $2,310 that you have in that account. So now before interest is calculated, interest gained is calculated on that investment account, now you have a balance of $3,310 in that account. Now let's add another 10% interest gain on that account again, which would be $331. Add that to the already balance of $3,310 and you have an end balance for that year of $3,641. Now let's look at the difference between the interest gained each year, starting out from the first year to the third year, and see how much of a difference we have in that interest gained. So in year one, you gained $100 interest. Year two, you gained $210 interest. In year three, you gained $331 in interest. So you see, year after year, your interest gain has increased at the end of the year because the balance in your account is higher than it was the previous year. I want to try to simplify this as much as possible. You're not adding the $210 already from the $100 that you gained from the first year to the second year. No, that $210 that you gained in that second year is a fresh $210. You're not adding it already from the $100 that you had. And same thing with the third year. That fresh $331 is a fresh new $331. We're not taking that from the already previous $210 that you had in your account, because that money's already there, that money's already yours. And this is just how compound interest works year after year. The amount of money you gain in compound interest year after year is going to increase because the amount in your account at the current year is going to be more than what you had the previous year. So we looked at a realistic example of $1,000 each year. Now imagine you invest for 20, 30, 40 years and now your account has over $100,000 in it. Do that same math, that 10% math of $1,000, that's $10,000 you can gain in interest that year. So you can see just how the snowball effect works in this aspect. It starts off slow and steady, but it eventually increases and increases and increases to where you get to a tipping scale to where your money is just multiplying every single year because you have such a high amount and you've been consistent, you've been patient, and you use time to your advantage. Compound interest works in that unique way. It's not just a straight upward linear line that is even all across the board. Compound interest works in an upward curve to where it starts off slow and steady and then just gradually increases. And that increase happens year after year after year because of the end balance you have in your account is more than the previous years in the past. Time and consistency and patience are everything when it comes to using and taking advantage of compound interest. The earlier you start your long-term investment account, the better off you're going to be in the long term because you have allowed your money to grow over a longer period of time. Long-term investment accounts like 401k and IRA investment options are going to be the best ways to take advantage of compound interest, and it's really where compound interest shines. Compound interest is going to be your best friend for building wealth over time, especially building generational wealth with your long-term investment accounts. Look, I'm gonna be real. At the end of the day, compound interest isn't some get-rich-quick scheme. You're not gonna make millions of dollars just overnight in one shot. It takes time, patience, and consistency to allow your money to grow over a long period of time. So no matter how old you are, you can invest at any time, and I highly recommend talking with a financial advisor before starting any type of investment account. And I want to really hone in here on starting early as possible in these investment accounts. If you're in your young 20s or mid 20s, start investing now so you can start taking advantage of that compound interest. So by the time you come to retirement age, and it seems far away, trust me, it seems far away, but it's going to be here before you know it. You're going to have this retirement account that has hundreds of thousands, if not over $1 million in it because you have started so early. So start early, stay consistent, and let time do the heavy lifting when it comes to making your money make money. Pray that this video has provided some clarity on how compound interest works, how you can take advantage of it, and why it is one of the best wealth building tools over a long period of time. If this has helped you in some way and has clarified what compound interest is and how it can help you in your investment accounts, don't forget to hit that like button, go ahead and subscribe for me, and share this with somebody who needs to start investing today as well. Take care, and I'll see y'all on the next one.